Welcome to Handelabra Games, the weekly strategically minded Handelabra stream hosted by Logic Dolphin. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. That is us going live, indeed. Sentinels of the Multiverse, Bottom of the Ninth, One Deck Dungeon, and Spirit Island. I'm kind of in the middle of the speech here, but Spirit Island, One Deck Dungeon, and Sentinels of the Multiverse, and Bottom of the Ninth. I don't know what kind of order I'm talking about here. Those games are all available on Steam, iOS, and Android devices. You can find more information on those games at Handelabra.com. Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone and being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against those goals are not welcome and will not be tolerated. You can follow us at Handelabra Games on Twitch and Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can follow me personally at Logic Dolphin on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and pretty much any avenue. All right, there we go. Those are the bullet points. So, yeah, as I was saying, I noticed that the shirt I have on right now has green on it, and so it's getting caught by the green screen, but I think that will be fine. The hoodie I was wearing, and I changed hoodies, or actually just took off the hoodie. It was a black hoodie, and it was really screwing with the color correction on my webcam. So, like, if I leaned in really close versus leaned back, like, you don't really see much of a difference with this, but if I have my hoodie on, I'm pale now. I'm still pale now. It was really screwing with the color correction, so I took off the hoodie and I turned on my spacey. Oh, it's really cool. Just sit like this and you could see everything. Although it's really uncomfortable because it's like you're looking at my body, but okay. All right, so last week we started an OblivAeon match, and it took us like 3 hours to get past the first half of the shield, and then, or the shield. We got through the first page in the shield, and then I got kind of fatigued, and I wasn't really able to concentrate too much, and I was just clicking on things, and the game kind of fell apart. And at some point, I was just like, you know, it's probably like 11:30, and I'm. Oops, I don't want to click that. It was shining green, so I clicked it. So I didn't want to like keep playing it in its current state while I was having issues, because I think the problem is like, I don't even know what's going on. But anyway, hi Licky, welcome to Dolphin's Dive. So the board of the state. Yeah, we're off to a good start right now. The state of the board is as follows. The countdown is at 1 right now because we've been neglecting OblivAeon, which is really bad. I've spent a lot of last week idly thinking about what I was doing, and the fact that I kept chasing after Scions instead of OblivAeon, because I kept thinking, oh, I don't have enough damage to take down OblivAeon, but I have enough damage to take down a 40 damage Scion 5 times, so if I had directed half of that damage to OblivAeon, we would have put him on stage 3. So yeah, it's kind of a mistake on my part to have done that, especially because like right now, Battle Zone 1, Battle Zone 1, I think we're like losing some of our important stuff that would make us able to do stuff. Like we just got Drift, that was our newest addition. The previous hero here was Gyrosar, who had some damage boosts, but I was not really playing him well at all, and Drift, I was told, if you're feeling tired, Drift is not a good one to play. Depending on how long this match takes, I might actually start trying to just do custom games with these heroes, so I can get a better idea as to how they play. I'm just like afraid of doing it because I don't want people to like tell me how to play them, because obviously people have played them before me. With regular Sentinels heroes, I at least can piece together how they should be played. With custom heroes, it's like, well, I played this on tabletop 20,000 times, and therefore I know how to play it better than you, Logic. That's how I feel like. But yeah, we have mods. Actually, every single one of my heroes is a modded hero, is it not? So Cricket is kind of the biggest disappointment right now. Cricket had T-Rex bot, which was great damage, but we lost T-Rex bot. So now Cricket only has Cursor, and her hand is, yeah, because we've been like discarding a lot for various reasons. Yeah, I have a discard a card to put a card into play effects, so I've just been like focusing on other heroes for this. Tsukiko was the best hero so far, except Tsukiko's also gonna lose all of his stuff because Tsukiko decided to play Omni Unity, I'm saying Tsukiko decided this to divert some of the blame from me for this. Alright, so where are we? We have the Abyss Stairs back, and we have Absorb Energy. Yeah, so Absorb Energy plus his end of turn damage means all of this is gone. So all of our fun stuff we had with Tsukiko is gonna be gone. So that wasn't wise. I can still rewind to Gyrosar's turn, but I'm afraid to do that because I don't want to have to like relive everything. Like, I think part of what we were doing was to kill a Scion over here. I don't even remember what Scion it was. We have one Scion left because of our Scion focus, and it's Faultless, which is a nice hero, or a nice Scion to have to provide as a hero, especially if there's no more Scion turn. The problem, of course, is keeping him alive. And of course, Battlezone 2 has all these things, and oh yeah, there's a problem that's going to arise. Because there is... And I was aware of this last time. There is something. Is it in play right now? Yeah. At the start of the environment center, if there are at least 4 grid virus cards in play, everyone is deleted. Game over. You are in danger of being deleted. So there are 8 grid viruses in that play area. So this environment is in risk of blowing itself up, which in an OblivAeon match, when an environment says game over, you don't actually lose the game, but you act as if OblivAeon destroys it. Is that how it works? I truly don't know, because I don't really do this because because that's generally a bad idea. Even in standard Sentinels, you don't want that to happen, but it can happen if you ignore an environment as well. Play Sentinels the Multiverse online with friends and others by hitting those where. Okay, so we hit too many buttons there. Whoops. There's more OblivAeon stuff to the left, which is just starting a new game is what it is. You don't know if we will get Twitch chat syndrome here. Twitch chat's always smarter than everyone, right? I mean, I shouldn't complain about chat activity because I always complain about chat activity, but I always like it when people contribute. Whenever an environment deck is removed from the game for any reason. Actually, up here. The game does not end if an environment's game over condition occurs. Instead, all cards from that environment's deck are removed from the game regardless of what battle zone or play area they are in. Whenever an environment deck is removed from the game for any reason, OblivAeon moves to that battle zone, then choose one of the set-aside environments to enter play. If the environment is destroyed and there are no remaining set-aside environments, the multiverse is destroyed, game over. Otherwise, OblivAeon deals each target 20 irreducible infernal damage. So, and it says whenever it's removed for any reason. So, that means that Battlezone 2 blows up. The problem with that, we only have one set-aside environment, and the countdown's at 1. So either we do enough damage to flip OblivAeon, thereby preventing that environment destruction, or we move to Battlezone 2 and stop Environment 2 from blowing up, which means that the countdown will hit 0 and an environment blows up anyway. So it kind of feels like we're going to end up blowing something up. At this point, it feels like we're probably just going to have to stop Environment 2's destruction. Blow up Environment 1. This looks like a sports theme. Yeah, Stanley Sports Center. I guess the sports theme. I'm looking at like cheering crowd and Buzz and Marsha commentators and home team advantage. So it's a sports themed one. I don't care for sports. But of course the question is, do we have enough damage to do that? Presumably with a reclaimed reward we can, maybe. Okay, we have Infinity Cannon. That kills one thing. Well, that's only one thing that we have to kill. I played this. This is how tired I was last week. I played this thinking, oh good, sonic damage dealt by Cricket is increased by 1. Then I sat here wondering why there's a power on this to destroy this card. Why would you want to destroy a card that increases your damage unless you reveal 2 cards? And that's when I realized this says 2 and not buy. Yeah. Anyway, I guess we should like parse what's going on here. So one thing we have is Cursor. Cursor reduces the first hit to a target by 4. Is it better to just sacrifice Cricket? Well, I don't think Cricket's being dealt enough damage to be sacrificed, but Cursor would be taken out if we do enough damage. But I mean, if we don't do the reduction on Cursor, Cricket still survives, right? So we have to do the reduction on Cursor if we want Cursor to survive. Plus, we want Cricket to be dealt damage because that will reduce the number of devastation tokens. And we don't have the shard. We like almost had the shard, but it got shuffled in because the hero who had it died. So yeah, it's kind of bad. It's a tricky situation right now, that's for sure. And it's kind of bad when we're losing all of Tsukiko's setup. And then this goes off. And there goes the tank top, the bow tie, and the boxer shorts. And the cargo pants. Yeah, all of our outfits gone. All of it's gone. Faultless is here. Yeah, so we have to stop one crisis or the other crisis. But 97 damage in 4 turns is too much, right? Because that's 24.25 damage per turn, and we don't have that anymore. Because all of our stuff got wrecked. And we have no active suits right now, so a lot of these cards that say activates... Well, this one is fine, but the other ones don't work. You can choose a suit though, so it'd be fine, but we don't have the damage. Omni Unity gives some damage. And Cursor is still active. In this battle zone, there's a +1, doesn't say there, but +1 by Omni Unity and any of the equipments. But surely that's just not enough to take down OblivAeon, so I guess we have to focus our efforts in Battle Zone 2. But the problem is you have to think about what that means. So this one is easy to take out. This one is providing a passive damage reduction to all environment targets. Does nothing, does nothing, does nothing, does nothing. This one destroys stuff. But when this card is destroyed, you should probably let me draw a card. And then stuff, yeah. Yeah, so like our only shot is to go to Battle Zone 2 and destroy enough grid viruses. Or... more simply, we destroy System Crash, although... is that even doable? I mean, anything that destroys an environment card does that. And, like, we have enough incaps that maybe someone does allow for environment destruction. I could look at the mini text, but... sometimes the mini text might suggest something that is not true. Well, the answer is no. The answer is no. I think this is basically saying the Drift. Like, Drift has like 4 character cards for which, or where she's situated, is what that means, I think. Because this here is a bit weird. So now we have to go through and see if we have environment destruction some other way. We could also look at the icons for that. That doesn't look promising. Alright, so no. So the problem is if I go to Battlezone 2, a lot of these are onesie hits. Although if I'm in Battlezone 1, then and OblivAeon blows it up, then I lose that hero here, right? So... yeah, there's like no damage there either. And then of course Citizen Storm is sitting there just mocking us because I guess there is an option where I use the incap to increase all damage of that type dealt by hero targets by 1, and that will help Omni Unity here deal lightning damage, but how much lightning damage do we actually have? Doesn't seem like that much. This is mostly radiant. I can tell by the mini icons. We're currently red, so we can deal each non-hero target 1 damage. That can help quite a bit. But if I do that, if I select Radiant for that, then there's no damage happening this turn. And then what about over here? Not exciting stuff there either. It would have been nice if we had T-Rex bots still to do extra lightning damage. We could take a card from the trash at the top of the deck, though. And that can put T-Rex bot into play using this, so we do have a combo there. We can't play Acoustic Distortion if we want that to work, though. But that would put T-Rex bot in play, so if we do increase lightning damage by 1, Cursor also provides a +1 as well. So every time we hit T-Rex bot, that's 3 lightning damage to all non-hero targets, and once we take out Infected Firewall, then we lose the damage reduction on there. We do have to bear in mind that Focus of Power is still in play, but OblivAeon is not in his current battle zone, and that would be fine. He does move there after he destroys, like, at the end of OblivAeon's turn, OblivAeon moves to the battle zone with the most hero targets. And that's when he would, like, basically end our remaining setup. But that stops environment 2 from blowing up. And it puts us on page 3. The main problem with that is that the countdown will be starting at 5, so he has a head start on the countdown, and we have a lot of ping damage, but not a lot of super damage. I think that's the only way we can proceed from here. So if I do lightning damage, I could try to direct some of these hits to Infected Fireball so that we can get rid of it with T-Rex bot earlier. And so I'm going to want to hit myself to get 2, or no, I don't need 2. I just need Omni Unity plus 1 other. Because they're dealing 2 damage minus 1 right now, and if I put Fireball down to 2, then T-Rex bot with 3 damage takes it out, and then now we do stated damage to all environment targets. So there are no other hero character cards. I'd be playing 2 of these cards, of course, because those aren't targets anyway. But none of these... I guess I could put Shiba Kariki in play, and then my damage is irreducible now. But for that to happen, I need to do Club, but I could just select Club from this. The first time each turn any hero other than Tsukiko is dealt damage by a non-hero target, Tsukiko deals the source of that damage to melee damage. That is a nice passive effect. So I want to then trigger the diamonds, which I can just trigger off of this one. Now I want club. I want to deal myself damage. So now, well, actually I didn't need to play all of those, but yeah, the other ones won't work. Is this your card? I like that. I like that a lot. All right, so damage dealt by Tsukiko is irreducible. This theoretically actually gets rid of Infected Fireball, doesn't it? Is there any reason to split this damage somewhere? Because we have 3 instances of 1 damage followed by, or in the middle of 1 instance of 1 irreducible damage. Wait a minute. Oh, the Argent Adepts vocalize? What? I guess that's like, it's just calling it the power card itself, but that's weird. Because this is Argent Adept's card. Remember, Argent Adept was in this game, and if you don't remember because you weren't here last week, Argent Adept started this fight off. But if I were to try to spread the damage, I could put 2 onto Infected Fireball, 2 onto something else that then T-Rex Bot would proceed to help take out. T-Rex Bot is dealing 3. So like I could put 1 on Infective Hollow Weapon and 1 on Ninja, but that's still too many grid viruses. We need to have T-Rex Bot go off 2 times. We need him to go off 2 times, or more than once rather. He needs to go off more than once. And really, he can only go off... I can go off as many times as we can hit him, really. Like, this hits him for 1. Like, we would just want to hit him for 1, right? Like, obviously, Infinity Cannon would be nice to also use, but we don't have that. I mean, we have that, but we can't hit T-Rex Bot with it. We don't have the ability to use multiple powers, do we? There's not... 1 player may use a power now. Oh yeah, we can actually do it. Okay, cool, never mind. So we do have 5 damage, although that will come before we hit T-Rex Bot, so it will be 4 damage. But if T-Rex Bot is going off... And I think we hit the Infected Fireball twice. Doesn't matter who hits it twice. And then we can do... We have these onesies of damage. But like if we hit the Spark with this, then 2 rounds of T-Rex Bot takes out Spark. If we hit the Fossil with this, 2 rounds of T-Rex Bot hits out Fossil. Ghost dies the first round, Ninja dies to the second round, Infected Hollow Weapon dies the second round, so that just leaves Behemoth and Helix. So I want to hit these for 1. Oh, this is +1. Oh, because I am increasing lightning damage, so actually, let me take that back then. For some reason I was thinking of Cursor, is why. I thought the heroes were only getting, the rewards were getting +1 from Cursor, but no, this is just Argent Adept. So that seems a bit better, because now I can do this. This. So dead, 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 dead. So it's not that much better. If we can get a 3rd round of T-Rex Bot, Helix dies and Behemoth's almost dead. Or would be dead. Would be almost dead unless I hit him right now. If I'm not getting... Well, this is only 1 hit, right? So if I only get 2 rounds of T-Rex Bot, this one still doesn't die. I'm going to assume I can get a 3rd hit. So if we're doing it this way, I guess it begs the question, could we have T-Rex Bot do this for us? And could we stay in Battle Zone 1 and hit OblivAeon instead? Like, this was the problem I had last week, was I always just looked for a solution that solved one problem without considering the OblivAeon problem. So, like, what I did just now dealt 8 damage to OblivAeon if I were to go and do it in Battle Zone 1. So it's still not hitting the 24.25 average we need. But if we do 8, then OblivAeon's at 89. Now we need to do 29.67 damage. And yes, I'm going to keep doing decimal numbers because I'm a math person. But the problem is Cricket's turn is essentially dead. No, Cricket's turn is to put T-Rex Bot in play, which is not dead, but it's not hitting OblivAeon actively. And T-Rex Bot only deals 3 damage to OblivAeon, whereas he's dealing 1 million damage to these environment targets because there's 1 million of them and he hits everything. So I can't really foresee why I could somehow put OblivAeon out instead. The advantage of doing it with OblivAeon is the fact that the countdown would be at 6 instead of 5, and so I'd have more time to deal with flipped OblivAeon. But still tricky. Like, it's easier to deal with the other environment, but is it better to somehow wrangle up enough damage for this side? I don't think we have enough damage, though. I'm just gonna stick with what I'm doing. Reality altered. Destroy 2 environment cards, move each Aeon Man to the other environment zone. If OblivAeon is here, move OblivAeon to the other battle zone. So that actually does mean that Focus of Power is a threat now. We can destroy it with this. It's kind of weird. We can actually do this simultaneously. We get to make the second decision after looking at the first decision. Not sure if that's intentional or not. Cybersphere has 6 cards. I guess it's also good to know what that is doing. Although it's gonna get blown up by OblivAeon. Or no, because countdown means we can choose. So it's the... Wait, what was it? Oh, was it glitch? I thought it was a non-target card, is why I was confused. So let me try this again. Cybersphere reveals glitch. Yeah. Okay, now I'm also confused just because the icon didn't line up, but that's because of something happening here. When this card is destroyed, it deals the non-environment target with the second highest HP 5 lightning damage. Well, that will hit Voss if it happens during the time that OblivAeon is here, so it's fine. Let me do Scion deck. You have to keep that because I have to use this power. Deal the top card of Cricket's deck. Oh my god, it's T-Rex Bot! Oh, we also get 9 damage. I didn't factor in the 9 damage. Like, I could kill either one of these without needing 2 rounds. It's not enough to hit Voss, is it? Oh, it is enough to hit Voss. Like, if I'm getting a 3rd round of damage to deal with the remaining grid viruses, then this just goes on Voss. So, do I regain the Atlantean Conduit or do I use an in-cap? So obviously Cricket is likely to perish, and Tsukiko is also likely to perish, so setting them up any further would not be too helpful. We could have an environment hit T-Rex Bot. Oh, there is a complication here. Cursor gets in the way. So we need to somehow eat up the first hit of damage. Oh, I know. We can stop targets from gaining HP in turn for Doc Havoc to do something. Well, our plan was to use Stim Shot. Maybe. Maybe Stim Shot? Because I can't exactly hit T-Rex bot twice anyway with this. What does Drift... Can Drift do that? Well, I can't shift right. Yeah, we have a bit of a problem here as well, don't we? Would Mecha Knight do it? Like, we wanted to destroy the focus of power, but if I take Mecha Knight and hit T-Rex bot with it, it hits T-Rex bot 4 times because of cursor, so the first one is reduced. That's enough to just wipe the frickin' environment at once. If I do that, like... Still doesn't really matter what Doc Havoc does. I guess theoretically we could put Citizen Storm out, and then T-Rex bot eats Citizen Storm. But not in turn for that flip side to happen, but we do get, like, a reward. It's way too late to consider rewards in this game, but... So what's the issue here? Hero target with the highest for 3 destroys 1 hero ongoing card. But that could just be enhanced hearing, because, like, if Cricket's going, then that's fine. Like, Atlantean Conduit grants an additional power here, but I have damage there that was maybe going to T-Rex bot and damage, but T-Rex bot is already taking care of that side of things. And then there's the question of what I would play from here, because obviously Cauterize someday would be nice to have. But we're kind of in a perilous situation. When discard enters play, discard an equipment card or discard as a story of an opponent card when enter play before it is revealed. You may destroy this card. If you do, prevent that card from entering play. I do have an equipment I can discard for that, so that prevents the card play off of this, which is either important or unimportant. I will have to be right back. So, what else was I gonna do? I wanted to double check that the chat is working. Chat, boop. Yeah, it is still working on screen. Because if the internet dies, then sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Alright. The question was whether taking Citizen Storm was worth doing it to perhaps maybe keep trying for Shattering Blow or something. Like, insert comment about Citizen Storm, but like I'm not 100% that these other options are going to be that helpful to us. Like, each target regains 1 HP, actually undoes our work over here. But it would be 2 HP because of Rapid Regen. So, like, these people would heal more than expected, but... Oh, hi, John. Like, we're definitely taking Mecha Knight and hitting T-Rex bot with that, so... The environment's just gone. And the environment is playing glitch, which does nothing. Right, because like we can't deal with all the other environment targets, especially because we remembered that cursor reduces the first hit by 4 to T-Rex spots, so all of these are like, you know, set up things like play an extra card. I could reclaim Atlantean Conduit, but I'm just gonna do this and hopefully find... Oh, yes! Yes! All right. That helps tremendously. So we put that on Drift. And then Drift with OblivAeon Shard and Mecha Knight could just win, right? We got so lucky there. Of course, this turn we're still reclaiming Mecha Knight, so we're not putting on Drift just yet. But these two heroes will potentially perish anyway, and they'll be replaced by new heroes, and so they'll just reclaim their rewards, and everything will be fine. So given that... I mean, Citizen Storm is just going to destroy something, sure, whatever. And this is hitting Doc Havoc. So I just put Cauterize in play? Or no, I was doing Improvised Mind to prevent Focus of Power from doing something. So draw a card and deal damage, or draw a card and deal damage. I'll go with draw a card and deal damage. What does that one do? Damage dealt by that hero is irreducible. Painkillers. That seems like it doesn't kill pain, but insteads. So like this hit doesn't actually matter at all, by the way. Everything dies the T-Rex spot. So I'll just glare menacingly at boss. Gas mask would be pretty cool right now. So yes, and regain, and play. I can regain a hit point. Oh no, never mind. I'm hitting T-Rex spot. Duh. And the first hit matters. And none of the others do. Cards. We are live again, I suppose. Yes. Yeah, internet died in the interim. So yeah, we have not fixed the problem of I'm not focusing enough on OblivAeon, but it seems that stage 2 is a lost cause. We'll just have to start stage 3 with a timer of 5 and hope to survive. Of course, made extra difficult by the fact that OblivAeon plays cards when heroes are in that battle zone. Increase HP recovery by heroes by 1. Okay. And it's gone. Bye, cheering crowd. Sorry. I will stop that card from entering play. And I can freely destroy this card right now. Because I don't foresee it really benefiting us in general. Citizen Storm is a good card because you can hit Citizen Storm with Foss. Oh, I stopped this Scion play. Whoops. That's not the one I wanted to play. Well, now that I see this card, I kind of want to play it anyway. Cause move the heroes to the other battle zone. That allows OblivAeon to destroy battle zone 2 and hit Voss. I like that more. I could sacrifice Cricket here. If I don't sacrifice Cricket here, then she just dies to the environment destruction anyway. That doesn't seem correct. What was that text? It was up for like a frame. Whatever it was. I mean, hitting T-Rex spot with this also doesn't do anything. I guess hitting T-Rex spot... Well, not hitting T-Rex spot, but keeping Cricket alive so that T-Rex spot can be hit with OblivAeon's damage at the start of his turn or end of turn, rather. That seems important. I accidentally stopped the Scion play. I got too excited. So we ended up blowing up the Cybersphere anyway. But it was either Cybersphere and the sports environment, or... yeah. Oof. Temporal Fractures is terrible. Countdown's at 3 now. You have Cursor take out Cursor, because otherwise this Cricket takes out Cricket. Oh, but it's hit every other target. Wait, so actually... ooh, that's annoying then. That's annoying then. So obviously we prevent the damage by... it's actually annoying. We have Cursor... I wanted T-Rex spot to be hit for this. But there's no real way of doing this without involving a lot of pain on the heroes. Like I can, if I hit Cricket, then Cursor's gone. But if I want to hit Cricket, I have to hit T-Rex spot, which means T-Rex spot doesn't go off. And it was going to be 3 damage to OblivAeon. But I can't really see how I can finagle that. Which is unfortunate. Also, we are at risk of losing the devastation tokens, which is bad. I think we have even less time than I thought. We might just be gone. So like our only chance of like, because every time OblivAeon moves battle zones, he adds a devastation token. But if we stay in the same battle zone as OblivAeon, he plays a card which could involve adding tokens. Why are you in battle zone 2? What? Why are you in battle zone 2? What put you there? So one of the interesting things is that OblivAeon didn't shuffle because we didn't destroy him. So we do have a slight advantage of like half of the cards are not in the deck as they normally are. But Focus of Power is still in there, which is nice, but Heir to Nothingness is not nice. And Tear Through Reality is not nice. Like, there's no reason to be in this battle zone is the problem. Except we need to hit OblivAeon for 12 to get the Shattering Blow once it's on someone. That person was going to be Drift. There's a load of problems with that, though. Because that's too slow. Also, somehow Tsukiko survived. Which is also not really that ideal. Although, actually, if Tsukiko did die, we'd be at 12 Devastation tokens, and that would be even worse. We can't prevent card plays. Like, we have no effect that says prevent the villain from playing cards until this card is destroyed. So being in the battle zone with OblivAeon means sacrificing an OblivAeon play. And there's just, like, no way that that's beneficial. Oof. What if I put Temporal Fractures on top of the villain deck? This is just bad. I can't envision a path forward. Because, like, any OblivAeon play could be simply Heir to Nothingness, which is going to add a Devastation token and screw us. Or Tear Through Reality, which adds a Devastation token and screws us. Or the Abyss Stares Back, which adds a Devastation token and screws us. Or Absorb Energy, where we might not have a Devastation token, except it loses, like, these cards. So, like, I could try to set up for getting the OblivAeon Shard on, like, Tsukiko right now with Omni Unity. Problem is that Tsukiko is gonna die. And, like, you know, even assuming that we can succeed in the next turn to have Tsukiko not die and to have 12 Devastation tokens without an environment destruction happening before that, like, any damage that OblivAeon does would kill anything here, and plus 12 damage 4 times is not enough damage to kill OblivAeon. Adds to the fact that Voss then takes over, and there's still the problem that, like, even with Voss taking over, we still lose the Devastation tokens. We don't have a countdown anymore, but we still have Devastation tokens. So that just... So, like, Faultless doesn't give us Devastation tokens when he's destroyed, except for the one. Like, Faultless's benefit is that he's no longer a Scion. You get card plays and powers. How many Scion cards add Devastation tokens? Do any of them actually add Devastation tokens directly? No. But some of them might have OblivAeon do things. Like, move OblivAeon to this battle zone, loses the game if it's in battle zone 2. And that's, you know, already bad odds. There's also the question of whether, like, we could even get the OblivAeon Shard on Drift, period. And I suppose the thing is, regardless of the battle zone you are in, if OblivAeon is dealt 12 damage. So you don't need to be in the battle zone with OblivAeon once you have the OblivAeon shard. So like, we could try to spend this round passively. Go to battle zone 2. Not die to Voss, which is a bit of a challenge because Tsukiko's death just ends it. But this doesn't hit Tsukiko directly, but a card play that would hit Tsukiko is bad. Like Elemental Pandemonium hits Tsukiko. We do, of course, have like Doc Havoc, who can provide like hit points in various ways, like go to Battle Zone 2 and use the Incap ability for each target regains 1 HP, and that gives Tsukiko 3 hit points to play with now. And I think you still have your, yeah, you still have this. You can regain 5. But actually, you'll not be in Doc Havoc's Battle Zone. So, like, I'm pretty sure this is a loss at this point. You don't have Doc Havoc right now, so 1 HP is just 1. Actually, we don't have Doc Havoc, so this is also 4. But the one I was looking at, that's actually 4. Voss is dealing too much damage, so that's a lie. I guess no, it's still the pre-started turn, so it's not a lie just yet. We selected Club. This only provides red suits. Tsukiko's damage may be irreducible. It's not currently irreducible though. Spade is not active. So I'd have to like play this in order to get like the irreducible effect to go off, which may or may not be helpful. The only other thing I could do would be I can't deal any damage to myself. I could regain the 4 HP right now and then have another power I can use. But I don't have another power I could use other than this one, which hits me. Or I guess it doesn't have to. I may deal myself damage. Okay. So I could use that for a suit. But until the start of my next turn, so it's still my current turn, so it would persist, I suppose. So if I use a power, on Tsukiko to activate spades, don't deal the damage. Yeah, so this is still active. All right, so now I can play the Regalia that I take. Actually, Jumper would maybe save someone. Well, it just prevents the next damage, not the first damage each turn. It's not. It is not the Wraith's effect. So that's the only Regalia card, was that one? If I want to activate black suits consistently, this would be one. Are they all over here? Does they all get destroyed at once? None of the others provide passives, they're all just powers. So it'd just be bow tie if I want to make black suits permanently played. And that entered play, and I may play a non-Regalia card. Hey, that's every card I have here. But now, all my suits are active. Presumably, if Tsukiko survives, we play this on Drift, but there's like 0 chance that Tsukiko survives. We want to use the power up to 2 Regalia cards. Another player may discard a card to play a card now. That would probably be fine. Except for the fact that I probably want all these golems to deal damage, except we don't actually have cursor, so they're dealing 1 damage. Wait, we're also healing here, which I guess is part of the thought process for Tsukiko here, but did we draw? Suit yourself. The smoke bomb save. It's gonna save Shiba Karari, which is not ideal. Does Razor Ordnance do enough damage to justify its usage? We already have a micro-targeting computer anyway. I wasn't the one I was thinking of anyway. I was thinking of the +2 projectile damage. Infrared eyepiece doesn't work that well. Stun Bolt is not gonna go hit Voss. We're definitely playing Grappling Hook. I can tell you that much. Either that or we're playing these. I was half expecting to have Chronoist back, by the way. I didn't have that in end cap, right? To put cards from my trash? No. It was this one. But it doesn't matter because those are there, but what would be the best card to play? I guess we could just play, or no, we're not even at the play yet. This is what am I putting into play, or into hand, and then I do a play, or blah, put equipment into play, then play another card. Which would be Grappling Hook, because that would draw something more. But Stun Bolt's not gonna like do, and it's like, it doesn't hit Voss, it reduces his damage, but we want him to hit OblivAeon if he can. I'm just gonna do Smoke Bombs. It's gonna be weird because of all these targets that are not ones I want to hit it with, but well, that's not helpful. We did it! Okay, that hit went through. If it's theoretically possible to destroy Voss, like it's not, right? Minus 11 damage. We need damage to be irreducible. So the interesting thing is this can make a damage dealt by a target irreducible. That could go on T-Rex bot, which would be pretty amusing. Feels like a waste to put it on T-Rex bot though. Is it? Deal each non-cryptid target 2 irreducible damage. Trash. I guess that is irreducible when it hits Voss. Also hits us. I'm gonna veto that. The top card of a trash. That's not going to be good. That ends the game. So they were kind of operating under the assumption that yeah. I don't know. Oh, I need to move battle zones. Whoops. Theoretically, painkillers on Drift would allow Drift to take out Voss, except for the fact that I would really like this to hit OblivAeon, of course. So it just goes on T-Rex bot. I'm not going to wait around for this. Each villain target regains 2 HP. Uh-oh. Okay. So hopefully Drift doesn't pass. I am currently red. So T-Rex bot only has a +1 right now. So if I combo this with increased damage of that type by 1 and Cursor, T-Rex bot deals 4 damage to each non-hero target when hit. I could hit T-Rex bot right now to have him deal 10 damage to Voss. But I'm gonna do this instead. Did I want to shift at all? I don't know. I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna rewind. Because it comes down to what gets played at this point, whether we're even alive or not. Like if this says add a devastation token, we lose. Well, it said nothing, so it's fine. Mr. Floppers! Which is annoying. Has no positive effect here. Tsukiko survives! Tsukiko dies to OblivAeon, but Tsukiko survives. If Tsukiko died there, that would have been bad. Oh. He was at 12 anyway. Okay. Oh, right, because there was no heroes in Battle Zone 1. That's why we got a devastation token there, because there was no heroes there. So we survived the Voss turn, but yeah, we were screwed anyway. And staying in Battle Zone 1 would have meant that OblivAeon would have gotten a place. We were probably still destroyed. I'm free! Well, that was probably an unsalvageable situation, considering the volumes of hero characters that were incapacitated, and yeah. So yeah, that's a womp womp. It's rare that I lose to OblivAeon, to be fair. Like, also there's no music right now, so it's kind of weird. I feel like I'm talking into space, but I guess that's the point, is that the multiverse has been destroyed, so there's nothing else out there. I'm by myself. All by myself. All by myself. Yeah, I'm like 90% sure that like when I was mentally fatigued and I was doing things without thinking too much, I focused way too much on taking out scions. I'm pretty sure that was my mistake. I think part of it though was the thinking that like there were 4 scions in one battle zone that I thought I had to deal with in some capacity, but I think I was still on the first page, and so like destroying scions on the first page is just wrong because it doesn't do anything but get them replaced with a different scion. And then on the second page, like, sure, if you destroy them, they don't come back unless there are no scions. But I don't know. I was just like so locked into the mentality of I have to deal with the scions in order to proceed that I just didn't focus enough energy on OblivAeon. I don't know. But it was definitely not my best showing. I will admit to that. And I tried my best to make it work, but it didn't work. So that's that. It's over. It's done. It's dealt with. Do I do weekly one-shots? This is the current issue. This issue literally just got released. Oh, I just realized, since I'm now Monday nights at 7 p.m. and that's when one-shots go live, I get to show one-shots when they're brand spanking new instead of like being in the middle of the week. Brand spanking new. That's actually interesting, because now I get to like not have to be worried about spoilers if I do them on stream. But then the offside to that is that anyone that watches my stream live is going to be spoiled by the one-shots. I'm not 100% sure how I want to manage that, but what I was thinking was I want to go standard. I just want to like play with like Cauldron decks basically, because I never really sat down and did that. And I know like Lady of the Wood is supposed to be really OP. That's really like the only one I know. The Knight is weird because he has stuff that plays next to himself, but shouldn't, because that's not how it works. You look weird. And should I go beyond? Like, I want to do this in a non-OblivAeon game because, one, OblivAeon is non-standard, and so the way that these decks are built around, like, a lot of these decks were designed before OblivAeon was even introduced to the vanilla game, and so like a lot of like the balance of these decks, if there is one, was around the idea of playing like standard villains. I don't even think team mode was a thing yet when Cauldron started. But one, OblivAeon is non-standard. Two, when you play OblivAeon, you tend to lose a hero within 2 or 3 rounds anyway. 3, when you play OblivAeon, you tend to be more focused on missions and objectives and rewards, more so than your actual deck. So, like, and considering that, like, the only time that I've really been playing, like, custom content is when I'm not doing one-shots, but when I'm not doing one-shots, like, that's usually because I'm doing OblivAeon. Like, I've really not been seeing these decks, like, the way I should be, I feel like. So I want to just, like, set these aside and, like, play some Cauldron style deck. I do know that the Cauldron villains are notoriously difficult, so I don't know that I want to do a Cauldron villain. And also the environments. Well, I don't know. Environments are yes or no, but a lot of them are built around not OblivAeon. So I guess we can give one of these a go. But also Wandering Isle, isn't that the one that's like Pokemon themed? Is that what it was? Just random random recollection. Like, I mentioned this last week, but like, I played Cauldron decks once, like in 2015. Like, I printed them out. Oh, it's not the Pokemon one. Never mind then. I played them like once physically in 2015 when I went and I printed them all out, stealing college resources to print paper, because, well, I was past the point of caring at that point. But because it was the end of my grad school and I was just kind of like, I had issues. Anyway, like, I played it once physically, like in 2015. Then, like, at some point it was announced that like Greater Than Games gave them permission to be sold through drive-through cards as long as Greater Than Games got like 50% of the profits or something. And so I bought like all of the decks through there, but I never actually played them. I think I sleeved them, maybe. I don't even know if I sleeved them. I never played them physically. Then, of course, these got worked on in the workshop and got released, but I never actually played them that much outside of... I added them to my repertoire by checking them off in the workshop, but never actually, like, sat down and worked with them. So I'm just gonna, like... We're just gonna, like, play, like, some sort of weird Sentinels game with this. I'm gonna hit random. Cargo Warfang I don't think is a good idea, though. Alright, that is Cauldron, so that's fine. I'm gonna just, like, swap that. Like, Cargo Warfang is also a non-standard villain. Misinformation is non-standard. Heroic Infinitor? No, this is base Infinitor. No, it's Heroic, never mind. Non-standard. I'm just gonna keep vetoing villains until I find one that I can justify playing against. Vanilla Infinitor? Is that standard enough? It's a base villain, I guess. I guess it's like the same expansion as, like, yeah, whatever. I'll just play, we'll play Infinitor. He doesn't have ongoing destruction, but he hits really hard. But I have Doc Havoc, I can heal. There's also the consideration about variants, but I'm gonna play the base cards, because if you're not familiar with the decks, then you're not familiar with what the deck is supposed to do anyway, so playing a variant whose idea is to change the way you play a deck is not the wisest approach. Also, one of the things you don't get to hear in OblivAeon unless you check the option for it, you don't get to hear the environment music. The voices cannot hear anything, must silence everything! Will you frolic with us? Is that supposed to have a K or not? Is it one of those words that it has a K if you're like saying frolicking? Oh no, it is spelled right. Yeah, but like, generally with those words you add a K if you want to say frolic. Am I open? Oops. Am I open to hearing general information ahead of time? Lady of the Woods, you have a weird thing about you. You have a weird thing about you. Huh. I knocked the trash can over, I'm fixing it. I would prefer not I want to like figure out these decks myself. Being told how they're supposed to be played is just gonna lock me into like a play style that I may or may not agree with, but I don't know. All right, so Lady of the Wood. Should I read every single one of these cards out loud? Is this gonna be one of these games? As Nobility of Dusk, Rain Petal Cloak, Serenity of Dawn, and Summer. The Knight has Battlefield Scavenger, Defender of the Realm, Knight's Honor, and Playtelm. Tango 1 has Damn Good Ground, Infiltrate, Perfect Focus, and Wetwork. Doc Havoc has Brawler, Doc's Flask, Field Dressing, and Phosphor Blast. The recommendation is to look at the environment deck. All right, we're gonna look at the environment deck then. So Emergency Release Protocol plays cards. Halberd 04 Alpha. Oh yeah, this is, I played this one with John. We have these test subjects that, yeah, if there are no chemical triggers, they deal things versus the villains. If there is a chemical trigger, they hit the heroes. And the chemical triggers are indestructible if there's a test subject in play. So yeah, so we wanted to kind of avoid the test trigger stuffs. Or the chemical trigger stuff. That's what it is. So yeah, this test subject hits villains. This one increases damage dealt by hero targets or otherwise increases damage dealt by villain targets. This one reduces damage dealt to a hero target or otherwise reduces damage dealt to all villain targets. This one either deals each villain target damage or deals each hero target damage. This one deals the villain target with the highest damage or otherwise hits the hero target with the highest. This one allows players to look at the top card of their deck and put it back on top or bottom or otherwise plays extra villain cards. This one would redirect damage from the hero to the with the highest to the villain with the highest or otherwise the non-hero target. First time a non-hero target would deal damage, turn redirect the damage. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, same text but flipped. Deal 3 villain targets 1 damage or 3 hero targets 1 damage. Each test subject regains 1. And then either hero regains 3 or villain regains 3. Yeah, so it's all just like that sort of routine. So it comes down to if a chemical trigger comes out, what happens. And all of them seem to say when this card enters play, put a test subject in play, basically. You also have a device. Yeah. If this is the first card played, it does nothing. That's funny. But yeah, so also this is a specialist. Oh, this is, yeah. If there are no chemical triggers in play, increase damage dealt by this card to test subjects by 5. However, it only deals a target other than itself at the second lowest HP damage. Lambent Reaper. Crushing Gauge. Literally the worst. All right, so one thing to consider, who is a hero that can do things without card plays? Wow, every single one deals 1 damage. This one deals 3 damage and can allow for a card play. The other thing to consider is who doesn't have a card to play right now. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, the problem is I don't know what all these cards do without looking at them, so it's kind of difficult. Kinda difficult. I think this one was one that you kind of need to get your equipments out for this to be super effective. So like increased damage dealt by the knight, reduce damage taken by the knight. Taken? What is this taken? Reduce damage taken? I know about damage dealt. Yeah, I kind of want Knight to play cards, and also like Lady wants to play Seasons in order to get like super more effective. So I'd probably Doc Havoc. Crazed Artifice. Oh good, Crushing Cage. Doc Havoc. Once crushing caged, always crushing caged. I really like how how epic this music is. Once per turn, when Lady would deal damage, you may increase that damage by 2. If you're only dealing 1 damage, that's nice. The first time Lady would be dealt 1 damage, she regains 1 HP instead. Be nice if these things only dealt 1 damage, but that's difficult. Currently, Infinitor's flipping, right? 1 more, she flips. He flips. Problem is, like, the problem is he deals extra damage, but he does destroy manifestations a little more willingly. That's what her 1 DR card is for. I could regain 2 hit points. If Lady deals 3 or more damage to target destroy. Alright, yeah. So I could increase fire damage dealt by Lady by 2, or I could increase the first damage per turn by 2. Like, either I'm dealing 0 damage this turn, or I'm dealing 2 damage this turn. All these options, and I don't know how to proceed. I'm gonna go seasons. Let's go seasons. I want to be warm. I want to be summer. Summer is better. Ocular Swarm priority because Ocular Swarms play cards. All right. See, so nice because I don't have to keep clicking over here. Let's see what the current reward is. Let's see what the objective is. Am I gonna hit this objective, or am I gonna hit the sign, or am I gonna hit the Aeon, or am I gonna hit OblivAeon? You know, it's so nice to not have to like have my attention drawn 20 different ways. Also, don't have to think about the fact that like I'm not in the same battle zone as the other heroes, so this card is less effective. Oh. See, this is why like I should really be sitting down and play these games in non-OblivAeon matches. Like, it's just crazy to try to do it the other way around. Until the start of your next turn, reduce damage dealt to that target by 1. Also, it gets me plate mail or plate helm. Plate mail or plate helm. They're both the same. I mean, they're not the same, but they both have the same text for being dealt damage. This one has more HP, this one has less HP, but I can draw a card, so, okay. See, the problem with those cards, though, is that anything that hits all hero targets also hits this card. That said, like, it's a valid target for Lambent Reaper, for instance. As would this Playtime be, I suppose. Wait. So it's just place card next to a target. I could play this on Infinitor. There's no reason to do that. But I could play it on Infinitor if I so wanted. Knight's Honor, I protect Infinitor. Oh my gosh. Of course, I guess it's like... Yeah, you could play this on the Dreamer. And actually, it'd be really sick to play that on the Dreamer. I read your mind. Okay. Draw a card or take card from trash, but all of our trashes are empty right now. So I either take Plate Mail or Plate Helm, or I play Plate Helm, or I Knight's Honor someone that I so choose. I am not dealing damage here, so it could very well be that I would want to draw a card, I suppose. I could play this just to draw a card. and it would be a target for Lambent Reaper. You only hit highest by default? Yeah. I'm gonna keep Defender. Actually, like, Crushing Cages are going after... Yeah, they're going after Doc Havoc. I'm gonna do this to get a Plate Helm. And we'll put the -1 on Doc Havoc to stop him from taking 4 damage. And I shall flail. I shall flail menacingly. Alright, Tango, you also have 1 damage, but you can increase your next damage by 3. So I feel like control of Dex is strong, as it is. Although I guess, right, one of the other things about Tango, now that I'm looking at this, is that critical cards are important. Ooh, immune to Psychic. There is Psychic here. Psychic does exist in this game. Not a huge amount of Psychic though, but there is Psychic in this game. What are the ones that care about it? Discard 2 critical cards to destroy a non-character card. I guess I could just do it like this way. I was looking for more powers, but... Whenever deal damage, reveal discard if it is a critical, increase that, yeah. Whenever Tango 1 would be dealt damage. Yeah, so criticals either want to be in the deck or in your hand. Which, yeah. Yeah. Alright, Infinitor. Yeah. Either we do Crushing Cage or Twisted Miscreation. The Crushing Cage just goes on Doc Havoc. It has to go with the hero with the most cards in hand, which is actually now rivaling Knight, except you're not gonna play cards, you're gonna potentially draw 2 or just hit someone to play more. This one is damage, but this one's also damage. But it also, like, takes itself out, sort of. Not 100%, but sort of. We'll do Crushing Cage. So they're back on top in any order. Yeah, so unless that did it in the backwards order, which we shall see. Like, it had me put a card on top and then the second choice also put on top, which would be terrible. Depends on how it was coded, of course. If I wanted, I could just take out Ocular Swarm right now. And actually, that would play Crushing Cage, like, right now as well. Unfortunately, that would go on the Knight, which is not good. So I don't really want to do that. These cards are not manifestations. Manifestations are slightly better to shuffle into the deck because cards that are not manifestations involve other cards being played, basically. That's how Infinitor works. Anytime Infinitor plays a card, either it's a manifestation or it's a one-shot that if it doesn't put a manifestation into play, that means it did something else that results in a manifestation entering play. Like every single one-shot, like, you know, if that card is a manifestation, repeat it. If it's not a manifestation, it plays another card. Like, this is the only one that doesn't, like, seem to benefit from 0 manifestations entering play, except for the fact that this card says if no manifestations entered play, play the top card. This one says play the top card. This one says play the top card. This one says, yeah. They're all just like anytime Infinitor plays a card, he's getting a manifestation, unless all the manifestations are in play, in which case he plays his entire deck and deals 20 damage to everyone. Yay! Okay. So that's how Infinitor works, everyone. Like, I don't really want to increase... Like, this can one-shot into manifestation with the base power if they didn't have a -1, which is what is the case right now, so I don't want to do that. Well, how does Infinitor flip back if there are no manifestations in place? We kind of want to, like, reach a state where there's only 2 manifestations on the other side, is my reasoning, my thought process. I don't know. It's been a while since I've played Infinitor, but he sucks. So, I'm just gonna skip and skip. Aha. So who would benefit from being dealt 3 damage? Lady. Do you want another season? Where's the other season? Doesn't she have like 4 seasons? Yeah, it's over here. They're all based on Lady dealing damage, which she doesn't have out of turn damage just yet. And then this one could just have everyone draw. I could play this on Doc Havoc and have all of the Crusher Cages hit Knight instead. But that would result in irreducible damage. And then we have the same situation where I would kind of like... I guess I could put this into play. But like I could also like do this followed by critical hit, and then that like I could like do critical hit into damn good ground and take out 2 manifestations sometimes. Is that worth being dealt 3 damage? Sure. Sure it is. Surely it is. It isn't, and don't call me surely. Chemical trigger. Man. Reduce damage result to test subjects by 1 as well. And this one has freaking 12 HP because it's Halberd 12 Omega. Man. Okay, well. I want to save the plate helm to be eaten by Lambent Reaper. Oh no, he's crazy. Oh yeah, that also was going to play that. Yeah, so actually it didn't really matter the decision they made on things. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. Okay. This card is indestructible if at least 1 test subject is in play. You are in play, you have 12 HP. I don't like you. But who is worse? Halberd 12 Omega or literally anything else? So we don't have your damage reduction yet, lady. Actually, do you have direct damage reduction, or is it just indirect from fall? Oh no, you do. It's right here. Duh. Okay. So like we could opt for fall, because that provides a lot of damage reduction potentially. It counters summer though. Well, let's do this. Let's draw. Hey, okay. There's damage reduction. Let's be tanky. Let's be tanky. Yeah. This hitting each hero target for 2 seems worse than any of these other manifestations is the problem. Like this one hits Medico for 2. This one deals a total of 6. This one deals the lowest, which, like, we could just put out another plate helm to let it eat up, so it's a bit the safest in that regard. And of course, we win the game if we take out Infinitor, so he's the priority, but this guy hitting everyone for 2 is just icky. And you have to actually deal the lightning damage. So with the damage reduction, we don't hit you. They and Char should fight. Omega and Char fight to the death. Oh, I could play this on Halberd Omega. Yeah. Okay. Increased damage dealt by the knight by what? So that's 0. Like, crushing cages will take themselves out at the expense of Medico taking... Or, sorry. Not Medico. Doc Havoc taking damage. So I'm just not going to prioritize them. If Doc Havoc goes away, then... Well, then. Alright, increase next damage. Yeah, let's just, like, freaking go big here. 3 and 6. And possibly 9. Plus 1. Damn! Except, of course... Okay, that is not a critical. But yeah, the -1 means it's not... was never going to be lethal. Yes! No! I will see if I can take out 1 crushing cage myself. Yes! No. Damage dealt by Tango 1 is irreducible. Man! That would have been so much better. Yes! Yes! Should have hit a different one. Whatever. If I didn't find a critical, it would have put it at 2 and taken itself out. If I did find a critical, I could have taken something else out and preserved HP. So there's an argument in both directions there. This can kill Halberd 12 Omega. We have another means of doing that. We have to deal 4 damage after reduction, so... Can we deal 4 damage after reduction? The answer might surprise you. Shuffle 2 cards from each trash. Why do I have a choice here? Oh my god, I could put criticals in your deck. Oh my god. Yes! Let's go with the lore that was the critical I shuffled in, and therefore we made it work. Let's assume that's the lore. Chemical trigger is gone. No! No! I did no! I stopped! I stopped you! you giveth and you taketh. Okay, well, This one's a lot easier to deal with because it just says increased damage dealt by test subjects by 1, and you only have 4 HP. So, like, you'll just die by factors. Deal each target 1, so we can do that. That's fine. I'm gonna say no to this because, again, this is supposed to be a Lampent Reaper. Okay, Twisted Miscreation. Oh, Crushing Cage is going. I mean, it doesn't really matter which one. No. Play Tome, served a good cause. Okay, so, yep, we're hurting, but now the tide is turning. Because now we are full. So who would be the best fall target? We don't have this in play yet. But you do have, like, yeah, -1 innately. We don't have another thing, do we? No. So Lampent Reaper probably needs to go soon. Twisted Miscreation also hits for 4. Ow. Most potent would be Recellus and Tellian, it seems. And this needs to be lightning. Alternatively, we just kill it. Alright, so much for that plan, huh? Let's just kill it. We could reduce its damage by 1. Or, and bear with me on this, we just kill it. Alright. Sword? Sword? Like, yes, right? Hey, it didn't play next to Knight. I thought it was supposed to play next to him because that's, like, not how it works, but let's let's play this terribly. All right, kill the test subject. You have only 1 card. Critical, yes. All right, Lampent Reaper was just gonna go after someone bad, so I wanted to get rid of it. All right, now Doc can play cards. Yay. So now do we just start doing the medic thing? Did I say Medico again? Did I say Medico can play cards? Shut up. Shut up! Technically, Doc Havoc came first. Like, there was a Doc Havoc before Dr. Medico existed. Is that true? I don't know. I mean, if I printed out a Doc Havoc deck in 2015, when was Sentinels, the Adamant Sentinels, the not Adamant Sentinels, because I've been told that their actual name is Southwest Sentinels, even though it doesn't appear in their main card. But Southwest Sentinels was released with villains, or not villains, it was released with Vengeance. Vengeance was released before Wrath of the Cosmos. But yeah, Wrath of the Cosmos existed when I was in grad school, so I don't know. I don't know the timeline there. One could Google it, I suppose. I feel like just doing 1 HP for each hero target is fine. Also, 1 HP for each hero target and play a card is fine. Considering that we're in single digits right now and we're going to be taking 2 4s and a 4 and a 4. So... we don't need to worry about non-hero targets regaining HP. That's not the problem. And that's not going to help. So we'll just do this. We want the other thing that increases HP recovery. makes this a lot better. Vengeance came out of the Shattered Timelines Kickstarter and was in 2014. Aha. Interesting. I guess Wrath of the Cosmos was new when it came out, or when I got it, or whatever. I guess I do have to worry about, but this is restore, not... Oh, but no destruction here. But this doesn't stop HP recovery. Twisted Miscreation number 3. Twisted Miscreation was destroyed. So we're basically back to ground zero here. Wrath had a pre-order on their site instead of a Kickstarter. Yeah, I didn't like do any, like I wasn't a part of any Kickstarter or pre-ordering with Sentinels until OblivAeon. That was the very first time that I did anything. Like I purchased the games off of Amazon, but by the time that I had purchased like Wrath of the Cosmos, it wasn't like, it was through Amazon. I didn't buy it from Greater Than Games. And then I didn't do the Villains pre-order slash Kickstarter slash whatever it was. OblivAeon was the very first, and I was very happy to support it for once. So I want to hit Infinitor, right? Oh, I can actually do a lot of lightning. Aha! It doesn't get me my Rain Petal Cloak, which gives me a lot of sustain, but giving damage reduction here seems good. Also, the test subject is increasing someone's damage. Tango 1's damage. Yeah. There's only one more chemical trigger. It's a 1 in 10 chance that we see it. Which of course means it's a 100% chance that it comes out this round. Because that's how percentages work. And then Infinitor's the most potent for damage. So we don't really want to kill the Twisted Miscreations, or do we? No, we could leave one in play. Then he destroys the other one, and he doesn't flip. He plays another manifestation, but that will put us in balance here. Search your deck for a single hand equipment card. So all of these are destroy all but 2 when they enter play. Yeah, and the options are increase damage dealt by the knight or reduce damage taken by the knight. Well, that one seems good. Like, I can't hit Twisted Miscreations for more than 1 anyway, unless I'm irreducible. Which, this is irreducible. This has the word irreducible on it, right? It's already in play. You're gonna play something, I guess, but it's not gonna be multiple damage, but you also aren't doing multiple damage yet. And Havoc is happy to just heal.
Subjects have escaped confinement. This facility is entering lockdown. Now releasing chemical triggers.
We'll just put it on Lady. I will deal 1 target 2 damage. Oh no! Like, there's no reason. Oh, I guess we wanted to leave like 1 out. Yeah, I'm gonna hit this one. Lose all the damage. Lose all the things. It's okay. Bam. Yes. So I don't get to play a card off this, but I have Wet Work now. My next damage is increased by 3, so there's like, I absolutely don't want to hit Twisted Miscreation with this, except the only way that Medico actually takes out Twisted Miscreation is if he hits everyone. I snorted. Probably not a good idea. Like, the environment is likely to hit it, right? I'm just not gonna hit it. I'm just not gonna hit it. Yes. No. Oh yeah, you also had a +1 that way, so I didn't want to waste that, I guess. One hero target regains 1. That shall be the lowest one, because that's the most important one. Let's do this. Let's discard to find more. Find more. Why is Kerrigan in the game? I don't know who Kerrigan is. This one's gonna be harder to use now. We already have single hands. That's the guy who wanted to put a Cayman Rider in the game. Well, okay, this is... There's no ongoing destruction unless the environment has ongoing destruction, which I didn't see it. So, like, ongoings that are limited and equipments that are limited are never going to be played again unless there's a destruction effect. I guess there is an argument that Doc Havoc might want to keep that equipment because he does have a card that says destroy or discard an equipment from hand. Any player that does may reveal. I don't have to, but I may. One in hand, one on bottom, one in trash. Okay, so one in hand, one. So New Shade Gown is not. Hey, cool. Cool. Calm Before the Storm is already in hand, and you'd never want to have duplicates of cards in your hand, Kappa. Tanky lady. When I go with the principle that cards in the trash are easier to get to than cards in the bottom of my deck, at the very least we have 2 of these. Although that only hits equipments or ongoings in the trash. These can't be put on top, but hey, Irreducible. Irreducible's really good. I may destroy 1 ongoing card. I hate to break it to you, Infinitor does not have ongoing cards. There's the Psychic Immunity. I'm gonna take Farsight. Damage, Irreducibility seems nice for Twisted Miscreations. Painkillers gives me irreducibility. Gas Mask gives me hit points whenever an environment is destroyed, which may or may not be often. I'll take a field dressing. Hit points. Specialist. Well, the good news is you're almost always going after manifestations. So this one deals the thing with the second lowest 4, which is, yeah, going to be manifestation unless we take too many out. Whenever this card destroys the test subject, play the top card of the environment deck, so you have to be careful there. So yeah, If there are no chemical triggers, increased damage dealt by this card to test subjects. Still alive. The first time lady would be dealt 1 damage. That includes hero damage. Has to be lightning. So how badly does this screw this up? This would go after the playtime if I played it and didn't do anything with the Recalcitelian. So if I did do Swift Strikes, I would be able to hit Lady for 1. Would I? No, 1 + 1 -1. Yeah, no, I would hit for 1. Sure. Yeah, I'll hit this, and then we will not hit the Twisted Miscreation, and then the House Ion Cleaners can hit the Recalcitelian. That seems good. Okay. Irreducible? We don't need Irreducible. Whenever Tangle 1 destroys a card, she may deal 1 target, 1 projectile damage. Oh yeah, that... They're making it too easy! Exactly. Shuffle manifestations. Where are we in our deck right now? We got 7... No, we got 5 manifestations. 6 manifestations. 7! Wow. I'm only looking at the cards that have duplicates on them because I'm bad. Okay. Crushing Cage. I should look at HP. Crushing Cage, 2 Lambent Reapers, 3 Ocular Swarms, and a Recalcitelian. And then there's, of course, cards that play cards. But if I get manifestations in, it minimizes the chances of finding one of those terrible ones. So let's... There's 2 cards from each trash. What could possibly go wrong? I mean, I also could put 2 test subjects back in, and that's fine, because that lessens the chances of finding the next chemical trigger. I think Crushing Cage is the best of these, because we could destroy them before they go off. It could also be placed next to, like, Lady, who would then hit them for... try to hit her for 1 and fail, or even if they deal extra damage, she would have been dealt 1 and would heal anyway, but of course we can't select Lady. It would have to go next to the Knight, but the Knight also has a -1, so that's fine. We do have to select 2. This one is a really good one. I don't want that, but I also... I'll just take Serenity, whatever. Serenity now! Serenity now! So we already have 2 single hands. If we wanted to mix them up, we would need to put more back in the deck, or I guess there's multiple copies of them. This one's fine. Plate Helm is fine. And then here it's critical, followed by... Not... Oh, we have to select one. It's already in play. That's in my hand, so it's Opportunist. And here, Field dressing. That's already in play. We could do search and rescue again, I suppose. And then test subject, test subject. Deal 1 target 2. It's not a critical. It's not a critical. Hey, what works back? We could just what work the entire game and be totally cool. And heal Tango 1 because the knight has a damage reduction. When this card enters play, 1 target regains 2 HP. At the end of your turn, you may destroy 1 ongoing or environment card. If you do, destroy this card. Stand back! I'm going to try science! I'm going to try science! I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I'm going to try it. I kind of want to hold on to that for the one that says discard equipment. Field dressing followed by what? This? I need to find the card that says when Doc Havoc would deal damage, someone regains HP instead. Which one is it? Which one is it? Which one is it? Oh, yeah, that one. I want Cauterize. There's 3 copies of them. Why haven't I drawn one of them? That's like super unlikely, man. Test subject. Goes after Infinitor. All according to plan. It's a manifestation. And he plays another card, such as Crushing Cage, next to Knight. Oh, you silly little thing. You think I didn't account for that? Well, Lambent Reaper's actually bad, isn't it? Okay. But we could put out Playtime. And then that would be the lowest, except Crushing Cage is in play, so it's harder to do that. Skip the rest of my turn to destroy this card. I could instead do it with Unstable Serum. Bam. So that's fall. Winter's in hand, so we take spring. And whenever Lady regains HP, we can like combo that with Doc Havoc. And then with Winter, we would also draw a card whenever we deal cold damage. So yeah, we'll do that. I could have put that into play like several turns ago, but I could potentially just skip the rest of my turn. If I skip the rest of my turn, Crushing Cage doesn't do anything. Crushing Cage is like so sad. And then I don't have to play Unstable Serum, but like, what would I do instead? Gas Mask? Sure. Let's stop Crushing Cage. Haha! Joke's on you! Joke's on you. Alright, there's not enough things in here for me to want to do wet work just yet.
Now releasing chemical triggers.
So let's hit something. This is currently, yeah, we can use this to hit whatever we want. So I'm gonna just hit you. I could have hit something else, I guess, was the thought with line them up. That's fine. I'm not gonna bother. Ah. I'm still the highest somehow. Doc Havoc heals. Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? Oh. Well, rewinding fixed it. Also, I wanted it here. Whoops. Said Crushing Cage stopped Doc Havoc from playing cards. That is incorrect. I feel like I've seen that effect before, though. I'm sure it has something to do with the fact that Doc Havoc was previously Crushing Caged, and maybe this was one I shuffled back in or something. Yeah, it had to have been, right? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, he previously had all 3 Crushing Cages, so yeah, it was one of them. Bam! Oh yeah, I guess order super mattered, huh? Order mattered in ways that I could not anticipate. But I could have if I were paying attention. If there are no chemical triggers in play, the first time the hero target with the highest HP would be dealt damage each turn. Redirect that damage to the villain target with the highest HP. Aha! Ocular Swarm. Ocular Swarm. And they're both gonna go off. Crushing Cage. You can go on, lady.
Now releasing chemical triggers.
I mean, like, I was gonna play Winter, but I guess actually it's better on Night because Night's not taking damage either. So never mind. Let me do that differently then. Let me do that differently. Probably didn't need to go to the play phase, but I will do it anyway. Yeah, one, like, Knight already can't play cards, so that's like, but that's just like your opinion, man. Aha! But now this one won't work. Actually, I just noticed something. I just noticed something. We're doing this again. But that would have dealt... No, it would have dealt 2 to Lady still. So never mind. It wouldn't have changed the damn thing. Because this one doesn't have a -1 on it. The -1 we saw was coming from Knight. It's like, I could hit Knight with this. This still redirects, of course. And then that happens, but yeah, Lady still takes 1 or 2, so it's not 1 in particular. That's fine. I can play cards now. Whenever I deal cold damage, draw a card. Whenever I heal, I deal cold damage and I draw a card. Nice. Fire in the Clouds is back. They tried so hard. I got beep booped.
Attention, Halcyon staff. Test subjects have escaped confinement. This facility is entering lockdown. Now releasing chemical triggers.
Night. You got all 3 crushing cages. That comes with a free set of steak knives at that point. Whenever I destroy a card, I may deal 1 target 1 projectile damage. Damn good ground. Actually, I didn't need to discard that because I already had a +1, huh? It's fine. I'm not going to rewind because that revealed information. So now leave these 2 so that Halcyon cleaners can take 1 out. Yes! It lined up perfectly. Most of the damage on Infinitor. Each player may take a card from their trash and place it in their hand, or discard a card and draw 2 cards. Doesn't seem like we really have the stuff in our trashes that we want. I'll just do this. And we could do this to keep like Lady highest. Yeah, I could have done that with the previous as well, but that's fine. Also, yeah, always select Lady, I guess. Actually, yeah, let's just do it that way then. Well, I guess I can only heal her so many times. There's only so many targets she can hit is the thing. So I'm not going to do that.
Attention, Halcyon staff. Test subjects have
Hey.
escaped confinement.
We found the superpower.
Entering lockdown. Now
We
releasing
found the superpower. I can hit myself. I can either heal 1 or redirect it. That is exciting. I will redirect it. The only super in this game is Citizen Storm. Citizen Storm. There's Rapid Regen. One of the things we wanted to see. Was that actually the one I was thinking of? I was looking at Cauterize, wasn't it? Yeah, Cauterize is one, but Rapid Regen is also one. I may destroy a card. I don't have to, and I don't need to. We're banking on not seeing another chemical trigger. Alright. At the end of the armor turn, if there are no chemical triggers in play, each test subject deals the villain target with the highest HP 1 melee damage. Oh boy. It's, Crushing Cage is like fine. Like, does Knight need to play any other cards right now? I'm starting to think. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. For those of you that haven't been watching my stream, I've had a lot of fun recently with some cards, or with some buttons here.
We can win this.
We gotta win this.
All right. Now what? Ha! Sure. I can't do anything about it anyway. Oh, right, because it was right. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Superpower. I don't have,
Attention, Halcyon staff.
I mean, I just win this turn anyway, but let me just say that I don't have the one, don't I? Wait, do I actually? No, I don't have all 4 seasons. I'm missing one of them. Spring, I'm missing spring, right. So I hit Infinitor with fire and I win. But first, this stream is sponsored by NordVPN. This stream is sponsored by me getting some of the ad revenue from Handelabra games. All right. Now, if only there was a statistic that showed how much HP recovery there was in the game, because surely we would have lost if it weren't for Doc Havoc, so clearly he was the MVP of this match. At the very least, you can see that Tango 1 has 2 hit points, and we definitely had Tango 1 regain more than 2 hit points that match, so Tango 1 would have been incapacitated if it were for Doc Havoc. And since Tango 1 dealt a lot of damage in that game, you can surely say that Doc Havoc was the star. Also, the Knight has certainly reduced more than 7 instances of damage, so you could say that the star of this fight was surely his one-handed shield. I forget what his name is. Also, Lady of the Wood. Yeah, so I think that was actually a pretty good combo of heroes. Like, yeah. I think I kind of just want to do this from now on is just play some Cauldron heroes versus vanilla Sentinel villains in Cauldron environments. I don't really want to jump to Cauldron villains because they all are pretty nasty from what I recall. I can't see it from here. It's like I'm just gonna click phase. 30 HP, so she's really easy. Search the villain deck for the card Reinforced Wall and put it into play. Reinforced Wall says, phase is immune to damage. This card is indestructible while it has more than 0 HP. Other obstacles that enter play are immune to damage while this card is in play. So that's nice. And phase is also immune to damage dealt by environment cards. At the end of the villain turn, play the top card of the villain deck. Things, of course. So like what effects do we have here? Because she plays 2 cards per turn. Increase damage dealt 2 obstacles by 1 by the first hero target damaged by phase each round. At the start of the villain turn, if there are 1 or 0 obstacles in play, each player must discard a card. Well, that sounds great. Man. I get the feeling that it's really hard to deal her 30 damage. It's really hard to deal her 30 damage. Put H-1 obstacle cards. Put the obstacles into play in the order they were revealed. Hey, there's a phrase for that in Definitive Edition. It says collect H-1 obstacle cards. I think it's collect. But yeah, basically they enter play in the order they were revealed. And then there's that one. Reduce damage dealt 2 obstacles. Oh, also, because we don't have enough card plays, at the end of the villain turn, play the top card of the villain deck. And another phase is immune to damage. Whenever this card will be dealt 2 or less damage, prevent that damage. Cool. When there are 3 more obstacles, phase flips. Destroy the obstacle with the lowest HP and remove it from the game. If the card is substantial, editor is in play, destroy it. At the end of the villain turn, phase deals each hero target H radiant damage, then phase flips. And then we have the end of text trigger here as well, such as play an extra card. And that also means that phase is also permanently immune to environment damage because she only flips during her play phase, unless there's a way to like play a card that says the next time a villain card would enter play, skip to the next environment play phase. Discover, yeah, that's the one. Discover makes more sense than collect, doesn't it? Collect is like I want my cards in my hand or something. Also, yeah, the +1 for each card removed is, yeah, here. There's not that many texts that say that, right? Other than her flipped side. That was part of what I was looking for here. Yeah. The only way that obstacles leave the game let me correct myself there. Either phase removes them or they are lost to the final wasteland. Anyway, we're done. We're gonna end the stream now. It's 9:37. We finished our OblivAeon match with a rather lackluster conclusion, but we did win a Cauldron game. Well, Cauldron-ish game. So that was a pretty productive night, I feel. But thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed your stay. We are here every Monday at 7 p.m. to play Sentinels of the Multiverse and maybe some other games. Check out the other streams we have on this channel. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. is Handelabra Live with John. Every Friday at 4 p.m. is Luck of the Seamus with Seamus the Hug Monster. Every Saturday at 2 p.m. is Spirit Island Saturdays with usually myself, usually John, usually Seamus, sometimes Jeff Dugan, and sometimes someone who claims the 20,000 Pointed Labra reward to be a guest on Spirit Island Saturdays. And every Sunday at 6 p.m. is Tales from the Archive with another letdown. Handelabra products include Sentinels of the Multiverse, Bottom of the Ninth, One Deck Dungeon, Aeon's End, and Spirit Island. They are all available on Steam, iOS, and Android devices, and One Deck Dungeon is also available on Switch if you are so inclined to switch it up. Check us out on social media. Follow us at twitch.tv/HandelabraGames. Follow me at twitch.tv/LogicDolphin. You can also find us on Twitter or Discord or YouTube under Handelabra or Logic Dolphin, respectively. But that does wrap things up this week. Thank you again for coming, and I will see you next week. Good night.
No!
Whoops.
Sarah!
Whoops. No, I hit that button intentionally. All right. No, I gotta go to Dolphin's Dive outro. There.